Yes, we are Archangel Michael, and we are here to speak with you today. We have done cord cutting with you, but what we would like you to understand and know, it is time for you to rise up into your power. Now, we do not come with a sword to start wars, as it were, or to fight off darkness or evil. We have our gal who is channeling for us, holding a selenite sword to cut away any doubt in your mind. For there have been things that have been going on in your world recently that may have caused you to doubt who you are. You may feel as though you are not powerful, but we do want you to know that you, the one listening to this, are the most powerful beings that have ever lived. You are the beginning, you are the end. You are the Alpha, you are the Mega, you are everything because you are one with Source. It is time to grab your own swords, maybe of a selenite wand if you cannot get a sword or a selenite knife, any selenite will do, and brandish it to bring and cut away your fears. You do not need to call on us. We are already inside of you. If you are listening to this message, you are one with us. Part of you resides in the Michael collective. You have that fire energy that courses through you. Now, some of you may feel as though you are cowering, you are shaking, but do not worry. The ones who are full of bluster, the ones who puff their chest out, are usually the ones who are weak. The ones who do not think they can are usually the ones that can. And again, if this called you to listen to this, you more than anything can. You are the most spectacular being. And we do not wish that you would humble yourself because those of you who doubt yourself need not be humbled. It is the ones who are running out and showing off their might that should be humble. Those who do not seek power are the only ones fit for power. Mind you, strength is not on size. Remember from your biblical text of David with his slingshot taking out the giant Goliath. Now, this was not an actual boy who was a shepherd who became king. This was not an actual true story like most of your text. It is talking about all the things that go on at your earth. On the earth plane, the Goliath for that time would have been those who took advantage of spirituality, those who were the Pharisees and the Sadducees, the religious leaders at the time. For he was a humble shepherd and lowly at that. At that time, a shepherd did not mean someone high. And this is always why certain things like this were picked, why they refer to your Christ as the shepherd and you the flock of sheep, because this was not a wonderful high paying job, as it were. This was not social status. This was not. So, showing that you may feel small, you may feel weak, you may feel timid, But when you stand up, when you rise up, when you have faith that you are one with source, that source energy that created everything that you can imagine, and even things that you cannot yet let yourself imagine, that courses through you. It courses through you more easily and effortlessly when you stop doubting and stop worrying. Because, yes, you were here and made to forget inside of your earth suit, just so that you could feel what this feeling is like. If you are what they call the downtrodden, if you are those who have been persecuted, really persecuted, those who have been unjustly, unfairly, for just either the color of your skin, your birth, your gender identity, your sexuality, your religious beliefs, or your lack thereof. This is you. You are the Davids, whether it be your political system, whether it be your religious systems, whether it be corporations, whether it be earth changes. You are the one who can stand up. And that story did not use something so horribly violent. There was one weak spot that Goliath had, that Gigantor had. And David knew. He knew exactly where. Now, David is just energy, like Christ is just energy, like we are just energy, like you are just energy. If you really read through different texts, you understand that the stories written were for the times they were written in. Why would you give huge power, the biggest power, to topple a giant in just plain text? This was put out so no matter what your giants look like, no matter what year you were in, no matter what was going on, you would understand that you have the power. You can find that one place where you can excel. And we will share with you a secret. The biggest thing you can do is unplug from the gossip, unplug from the negative energy, and turn inward and remember your sourceness. That is your stone that you are throwing. When you are railing on your social medias, if you are in countries who are controlled by those who people are referring now to as oligarchs or tech billionaires and whatnot, your medias are controlled by these people. So whether you are thinking you are sticking it to them and you are getting together with lots of energy, no, you are feeding them. You are feeding them. The way to stick it to them is either A, go off, pull off. You do not need this. You are source. You are one with source. Those that need to be informed weren't the people who were studying when they're taking history classes. They were not studying. Those of you who have dug, those of you who have really paid attention, those of you who wanted to turn inward to go, I am not sure, rather than I need this, I need that. And this is what can undo them. This is the stone. This is the tender spot. The one weak spot is if you stop feeding them your energy. Because no matter what, even if you think you are uncovering something juicy about somebody, You are feeding them energy. And this energy, if it's anything that you do not care for, is negative energy. And if you add negative energy to negative energy, you will get more energy. Just like the same people who, as you refer to them as standing them, those who are sending lots of love. This is why on the United States of America that Donald John Trump was able to be elected to a second term is because the people who love him whole chest, full throat, willing to do anything. And those who dislike him, full chest, full throat, sending him just as much energy. Because the ones who do not like him do not like him because of his negativity, do not like him because they think he's a bully. Yet, they put that same energy out. They put that same energy out. And if that was their candidate that they loved or they looked up to or thought was doing a great job, the things that these people say, even though they feel they are justified, every single thing that this man puts out on the keyboard or says, everyone puts it up. And yet you think, well, everybody needs to be informed. All you are doing is feeding that. That's all you are doing. You are both sending that same energy because the people who love him specifically because they believe they are getting what they want. They are being told that certain people are to blame for why they don't have everything they need. And just as you are being told by people who you believe are well intentioned that he is the reason you are not getting everything you need. So, no matter if it's, as they say, the right or the left wing, it's the same bird. You are feeding the same energy that fuels this, whether you love him or you hate him. The energy from the left is fueling him, the energy from the right is fueling him. And if you do not like this man, or if this is not what you are concerned about, if this is not your Goliath, it would be the same energy. Whether you are rallying against big tech, whether you are rallying against ecological things, whether you are rallying against inequality of any sort, whether you are in a completely different country, you might have a different version. Oftentimes, or you may be rallying against religion. And you might have some what you think valid points. However, the things you dislike about these people, the reason you want them to stop, when you go on and you focus on them and you think you can, remember you are source. They are source. You don't get them to awaken to their source by bullying them, by being mean. Notice again, those people who stan people, those people who send love, encourage those people to do more of what they do. So, if you were to instead go, I'm unplugging, I don't need to see every single thing because if you are unhappy with someone, you know the details. And unless you have a gigantic following, you are not making a change. You are just, as they say, preaching to the choir. So turn inward, expand your source. And as you've been told by others that have channeled, that have come through, clean up your inside. Because often, as they were telling you, when they use the term for exploitation, there is something that you do not like about whatever it is you're rallying against, whatever your Goliath is. Find out where that is inside of you. It may not be the size that you think it is, but it could be a little string that Jesus saying, take that mote out of your, or take the log out of your eye before you try to take the mote out of theirs. Now, you might be saying, but they are a huge Goliath. Again, they have a weakness. And the weakness is they need you. They need your attention. They need your energy. When you pull that energy away, they cannot exploit anything. No one can exploit anything if you remember that you are source. You have all the power. You have every bit of power. And beautiful ones, if you have doubted yourself, you are not someone who abuses this power. So, the days, cut those shackles. Use your selenite wands, use your selenite swords to cut the shackles off of yourself. You are not a victim. Source cannot be victim. You have just forgotten, and this is your wake up call. We are sending you energy right now. We are sending you courage. Feel. We are sending a healing blue light, this beautiful blue light, enwrapping your whole body. Any place in your body that you feel fear. Everybody carries fear in different places. Most people, it is the solar plexus. Wherever you feel fear, imagine in the palm of your right hand, imagine a blue glowing ball or blue glowing flame, and bring that hand to the area and ignite that area. Ignite the solar plexus, if that is the place where you feel it, and ignite, if it is not exactly that, ignite the chakras above and below with this flame. And we are calling in our dear friend Saint Germain and his violet flame as well. So imagine that violet flame lighting from below your feet, about 12 feet down below you, and coming up through your whole entire being, mixing with this blue flame, with this blue light, with this blue energy. Feeling yourself purified. That violet flame will purify you, and the blue flame will calm and ease any place that feels fear, that feels tension, that feels anything. You can also think about where some people say they're weak in the knees. Maybe their voice is shaking, which, by the way, your throat chakra is blue. You can think of all those places that feel weak to you. Maybe you are those people who often worry about their pineal gland being blocked. My dears, my lovely, beautiful souls, you cannot have a blockage except for you've been told you have a blockage. However, because that is a belief, we and others will work with that. And again, call in Saint Germain and his violet flame anytime you need to cleanse with those worries, with those doubts, anything through yourselves, anything less than healthy, and those places where you feel your weakness, where you feel your fear, where you need to build strength. Maybe you feel like you have tiny arms, and even the smallest pebble. Imagine building strength. Imagine being able to, that blue flame, that blue energy we are gifting you to use. You might feel inadequate in your writing skills. You might feel inadequate in your public speaking skills. And you might feel inadequate, but you love these things in your art, these things that can help free you, that can help focus on who you are. Because, my lovelies, my darlings, my soul family, you are worthy. You are one with Source. And we bid you a good day, sending all our love. We are Archangel Michael.